Hello, this is Erhan from Simularch. I'm the CTO and the co-founder. Today it's my privilege to make a demonstration about our user interface. You can just log in the test.simulation.com and repeat everything that I did in this video. When you log in into our webpage, you will be seeing two icons. The first button on the left is creating for new projects, and the second one is opening the cloud projects. I already created a bunch of test problems to make sure our system is seamlessly running. But today, let me create a new project for you. We have two physics active. The first one is heat transfer, and the second one is structural loader. Let me start with a simple heat transfer model, test heat transfer. So, after selecting project name and project type, I can either use a primitive object like a box or a sphere, or I can just click here to import a common CAD model. Let's just pick a simple box like we are seeing here in preview window and click OK to complete the project setup. And this is what you see when you import the model. You can just rotate, pan, or zoom in and zoom out like we are doing in any other CAD software. Okay. When you look at the top, you're seeing a couple of circles with different colors. We have green, orange, and white colored icons. Our process is starting from left and going to the right to complete the visualization and simulation. On the left, you're seeing also a couple of icons. They will be fixed in all stages. It's gonna give you some useful utilities and tools. And this part is helping us to rotate the piece and the components easily. Let me go back to the central view. Now currently I'm in boundary conditions section. To start assigning a set of rules to our simulation, you just need to double click in any free area and you will be summoning a wheel, which is a dynamic tool for us to identify rules. It is in yellow color. That means we have some steps to be completed before proceeding to next steps. So simply follow the instruction. Add a boundary condition, alright, click plus. Now I have a bunch of smaller steps to be completed. I must set a name, so I'm gonna set a name like top. I'm gonna pick an area. I'm gonna pick these two triangular surfaces, and then a boundary condition type. I have three different options, but I'm going to pick constant temperature, and I would like to set the temperature as 100 degrees. You can see now the colors change to green. That means this model has at least one boundary condition defined. But for a proper physical problem, we just need to define another boundary condition. So click the same button again and create another one. I'm gonna say bottom this time. And you can see that the top surfaces are already locked. I need to pick something else, and these will be the bottom surfaces. Let me continue by prescribing a constant temperature value. So now I would like to set it to 200 degrees. Alright, so the boundary conditions are given. You can just review them by looking at the surfaces. 100 here, 200 here. Okay. We can just complete this stage by clicking this complete stage icon, and we're done. Now you can see the second step is also green, and we move to materials section. Perfect. Just double click again to summon the same wheel, but this time for new options. I can add a material from my material library, or I can click on create material and set a new material from scratch, like we did in boundary condition section. But just for simplicity, let me just pick one material from my library. I would like to pick aluminum and complete this stage. Okay, Now I'm in mesh section right here. So let me generate a mesh by clicking a refinement button. So we simplified this process here. Maybe we can just set it to 10% and see what we get. Okay, so we have a bunch of triangles. This is a required step to complete the analysis. I guess this is good enough. So we have a good mesh here. If you're unsatisfied, you can just click the remove mesh and generate another by playing with the refinement parameter. But for now, I'm gonna accept the mesh as it is for this demonstration. Now we arrive in the solution phase. Here we're going to send the model in the cloud server, and then we're going to receive the solution from the same server and look at it. Let me create a simulation. I'm going to keep the name as it is. I would like to do a steady-state analysis. Alright, problem solved. Let me complete this stage as well. Now I arrive at the visualization phase. Again, let me double click to activate the wheel. I'm going to create a new plot, say plot 1. I'll be looking to simulation 1 results. What I need is temperature values. Maybe I can just create a contour chart. Let me add 11 number of levels and with a different color scale. We also add special color scales for color blinds. When I click the plot, I can see the result directly in our browser. Nice. You can also click some of the values in the legend to identify various values on your domain. So this is a simple demonstration of a heat transfer problem. And the simulation is completed. Let's create another problem in solid mechanics. Alright, this time I need to pick a different module. I'll be using different names, say test, solid mechanics. I'm picking structural mode, and this time let me import a model from our PC. It's a long bar this time. Alright, perfect. So let me set a couple of boundary conditions. Since the physics has changed, the boundary conditions will be also different. I'll be saying fixed for this boundary condition, and I'll be picking two different sides opposite to each other, and they will be fixed like attached to a wall. I'm going to say displacement 0. So there will be that will be not motion, no motion for the surfaces. Let me add another boundary condition. This time I would like to add some loads, say pressure load. Okay, let me pick the top surface this time. And a load like, so 1 million pascals, 1 megapascals would be enough for this example. Okay, so these are the boundary conditions. Perfect. Let me move to the next stage. Again, let me pick aluminum here. And now I need a mesh. So let me play with the mesh refinement. I'm going to pick 1% this time. Okay. Alright, so let me accept the mesh and proceed with the simulation phase. simulation 1. Okay, just a steady example, and let me initiate the solution. You can also see that we are monitoring the solution from the cloud directly. It's almost finishing. Now we are receiving data, and data is received. Perfect. Let's see what we have here. Okay, again, plot 1, the name. I'm gonna pick the solution, and let me see the whole displacement magnitude. Again, let me keep 11 here, contour chart, plot it. Now for structural mechanics only, we have this part where we can see the change in the visualization with the displacement. But this is not really helping me. Let me go back and increase the scale so we can see the change directly in our browsers. Let me see what we get in here. Alright, now we can visualize the bending. Even if the numbers are very small, I mean it's like centimeters, by playing with the number here we can just see how it changes its shape. Maybe we can also try these here to compare it with the previous shape here, the initial stage before the load and the final stage after the load. Alright. Once the visualization is created, you can also go back and replot it. It'll be saved the same project. Alright, that completes our demonstration for SimulArch's browser capabilities. Thank you.